Now, your Weather Authority forecast from meteorologist Hannah Gard.
It's 12:30 on this Memorial Day, and we're seeing things really heating up out there. We have a heat advisory now in effect from noon until 8 this evening for feels like temperatures near 108 degrees. So we're giving you the first alert. If you have those outdoor plans, make sure you're planning accordingly for the summer-like heat. This is the unofficial start of summer, so it is going to feel like it. Through the rest of this afternoon, we'll be sitting around 105 for most of us for those heat index values. Some areas could reach up to 108. So again, make sure you're taking breaks from the heat in the shade, bringing that water with you. You'll also need sunscreen. We do have plenty of sun still out there. Once the sun goes down, it will feel much better later this evening. But Memorial Day forecast for our temperature, 94. That would tie the record set in 2012. And the heat is building. We'll have another hot day tomorrow, but storm chances coming into play as well. It's been really dry over the past week. We have 30% chance for storms on our forecast today. The heat, those temperatures right now in the upper 80s, low 90s, plus the humidity, dew points in the upper 70s. That's really, really humid for this time of year. That's going to contribute to fuel some storms once we get to the late afternoon and early evening. But right now we're not seeing anything, so get out there through the rest of this afternoon, but take caution of that heat. We do have some cloudiness and it's very hazy. You can see kind of a haze in the atmosphere. That's smoke coming from wildfires in Mexico. It's getting pulled up to the northeast by the southwest winds we have right now. You can see really the worst of it is right over us on the Gulf Coast, but that's going to get pushed down by the front that's approaching. That will be the mechanism that sparks storms for us as we go into later today. So it will help to clear out the smoke, although it's bringing those storm chances. So on water vapor, we see the upper level pattern. You can see a swirl in the counterclockwise direction up here near the Great Lakes. The tail end of that is what's starting to push down to the south. That's going to make it to us, start to pop up those storms. So we have a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather in place all the way down south of the New Orleans metro area, because those storms could be even strong to severe with all of the energy that we have. We're starting to see some of these scattered showers popping up in southern Mississippi. I think we will see that extend a little bit farther down to the south. So scattered showers, maybe a pop-up shower or two possible even into the afternoon, but the storm threat's going to be in the early evening. You start to see the purples on here. That's when we could see maybe some hail. We'll also look at damaging wind threat. That's as that cold front pushes down. It does start to diminish the later in the evening we get, and then things will be clearing out. So again, if you do have outdoor plans heading into the evening, make sure you have ways to get those weather alerts. And if you hear thunder, head inside. Tomorrow, we have another round of storms. So we start to get in that stormy pattern. The high pressure that's kept us dry is going to move out of here. So we're on the edge of that ring of fire, as we call it, or the high pressure is the heat around it, travel the storms. So as we're in the storm track, Wednesday too, also tracking storms coming down from the northwest. So we're going to have multiple days that we could see those storms move into our area where they've been going around us for the past week. So that's the change, near daily, tracking strong to severe storm potential. This is what I mean. The high pressure gets pushed down to the south, and you see how the winds go clockwise around that. That's where those storms travel. They go down that storm track around this area of high pressure that's over South Texas. So that's going to put us in that all the way through next weekend. You can see this high is still down there. We're still on the edge of it. So we're not going to lose the rain chances until the high pressure either moves out farther away from us or builds over us again. So I'm keeping the storm chances on each day this week. Wednesday, Thursday, pinpointing as really the greatest chance. And then again on the weekend, because we're going to have multiple rounds of storms coming through. So the next 2 days, really hot. We'll be around 94 today, 94 tomorrow. We'll have plenty of sunshine still in the afternoons. It looks like most of the storm timing is going to be more so in the evening hours each day. So something to keep in mind. We've been pretty quiet. You want to make sure you have the Fox 8 weather app so you can get those alerts. The temperatures, though, once that front comes through, Liz, will kind of moderate a little bit into the upper 80s, which feels better than it's felt through the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, from the weekend to today, you really have to take extra precautions because all of a sudden you'll start feeling it like, I need water, I need to get in the cool shade.
Yeah, and it hasn't been like that most of this month. You know, you were still able to go out on a walk or a run kind of in those daytime hours. Now we're getting to that time of year where you want to time it out for when it's a little bit cooler.
And take extra precautions, especially if you know you're vulnerable to this. Okay, thank you.